Do you steer away from wild turkey products? Russell's 13-year, batch 4. We're going to review it and let you know if you should give this guy a try.
Welcome back to Exploring Whiskey. Today we're going to do the Russell's 13.
Russell's 13. Yeah, baby. Russell's 13 was originally released 2-3 years ago, something along those lines. It was a nod to the whole family. The Russells were 2-generation master distillers at the same time at Wild Turkey. That's kind of the whole idea on this. They don't tend to release a lot of older age-stated ones. They feel like 10 years probably like a sweet point for them, but they pick a couple cherry barrels and they put out the 13. This is batch 4. So generally they release it's 1 or 2 a year. This is the first release. I think that's right. The first release from 2023. There was 2 releases in 2023. I've always wanted to see what this tasted like. I got pulled in a drawing and they give me a call up and they're like, "Oh, you got pulled in Russell's 13." Okay, I'm in. Let's do this. The fun part is the pricing. So the very first year, it was $75.
Yeah.
And the very next year, it's $100. And this year, it's $150.
It's pretty dark, man.
I wonder.
No idea what 24 is bringing.
Why that's happening?
Because
Whiskey market,
the very first one,
bourbon market.
they did it as a one-time release. They weren't planning on making this anything regular. But apparently,
It was so popular.
the Wild Turkey people lost their minds finding this and just hunting, because most Wild Turkey real fans, the only time you can get like really special releases is international. They do a lot of like great international releases for Wild Turkey and age-stated ones. They don't tend to release that in the States.
Yeah, there's a
horrible.
13-year
Take care of
purple
us.
bottle boxed.
$150, little bit of heavy, but I mean it's not that crazy. We've got 114.8 on the proof.
It looks darker in the bottle.
13-year-old, and apparently in 2024, I don't know if they're going to keep doing the 13. They're coming out with a 15.
Yep. I was just gonna say that.
They are coming out with a 15. So
I'll try my best, but
I didn't get anything out of that raffle.
smell the sweetness here.
No.
That's the same raffle you got the.
I know, but that
Elmer.
wasn't this year.
Oh,
That's
true.
multiple.
Yeah.
It wasn't
years
this
ago.
year?
You're
Yeah.
bringing up old stuff, man.
Yeah, that was a lot of years
You,
ago.
my wife?
That's a lot of years ago. You're not wrong. Dark,
And I have about this much left in Elmer Tea Leaf.
fruity, like the fruity notes off of this. This
Initial one, I felt like, is this cherry or fruit punch? Like initial, just.
yeah, a bag of like gummies
Yeah.
of all different flavors.
Gummies or the fruit cocktail
Yeah, okay. I can go there.
with that big cherry just
You got
hanging out
younger,
right near my nose.
you got younger kids.
Yeah. Cocktail fruit.
Or are you talking about the Trader Joe's cherries?
Everything I want in my nose before I taste
Dark sugars, like a brown sugar, a molassesy kind of note that comes through on that.
Blade, like
There's
That sugar.
getting to the point of the leather and tobacco age notes are coming in here just a touch, but nothing. Like the barrel hasn't totally overwhelmed it. It's just you got some of that coming on.
All right, the fruit for me has turned to strawberry now.
oh,
It's
okay.
not a cherry, it's a strawberry.
I'm getting this like perfectly roasted marshmallow. It's not charred marshmallow. It's like a perfectly.
It's brown
even
everywhere,
literally
no
it's
black
like
anywhere.
so
Just
tan.
brown
Yeah.
everywhere.
But no, everything I want to smell.
I like the little proofy. I get a little bit of the,
Little zing on the tip of the tongue when you first take a sip of
get
it.
a little bit of a hug.
Little warmth coming through the chest. Sweet
Hug
notes,
hasn't
fruity
even-
notes.
But then the mouth just keeps
watering. I think you say this all the time, like just drooling, just totally drooling right now.
It's just like this beautiful brulee,
Oh, custardy.
custardy,
Yeah.
like it's so good. And then there's like citrus, a little bit of orange zest.
I was expecting to get a little bit of a rye, but I'm not getting any real
There's
spice.
maybe a baking spice to it, but that's about it. It's not pepper spice. It's not any of that kind of stuff. There's like a little bit of a baking spice note that
It's
kind of comes through.
almost $1.15, but it didn't. I don't think it drinks to that.
There's no harshness to
No.
it, but there's all the warmth from it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's got all the nice impacts, but there's no like in Wild Turkey 101, every once in a while, there's a little harshness in the back of your throat when you're drinking that. Not that that's bad, just saying.
Well, nobody wanted to drink Wild Turkey for
the longest time.
No, this is a solid pour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just like, you win a raffle, and I'm just like, I'm going to get like you just think BTAC. It's like or a Weller single barrel, or a CYP. Like, I'm sitting there like thinking that, and they're like, Russell's 13. I'm like, at first I was like, oh. And I'm like, wait, no, that's, I've heard really good things about that and never had it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm in, totally in.
I think 12 to 14, like that is money with aged. I even like up to 15s and 18s. I love oak. I love a lot of that wood presence, but man, it's off-putting to some people, but that's solid.
But if you can age it that long and still get the sweetness, because like, to most people, it's the wood impact is too forward. It's too forward.
It's not on this one.
No,
it's the last. It's the end, right?
Is there maybe a touch of like peanut in that? Maybe. I'm getting like a chocolate peanut note, but it's like real like.
No, I'm getting a freaking strawberry.
Strawberry.
It's changed from the fruit cocktail cherry to strawberry.
All right, let's throw some water in here. See,
I kind of don't want to.
Yeah, but there's enough oil in
do.
this. Like, it's gonna do
some things.
Some things. Yeah. I don't know, good, bad, or indifferent. It's going to do some things.
I think proof is going to. There's going to be no semblance of heat or proof, and I think it's going to be sweet or.
That's what I do believe that the sweet fruit notes are going to kind of come up a little stronger.
I think it's going to get spicier.
Okay.
They tend to have a little more of a rye.
There's usually a higher rye bite to most things from Wild Turkey.
It's so funny, like the legs still stay there, but like the water just elongates them and
thins them out a little bit, right?
But more ethanol.
Yeah, but that's just. I'm going to say you got to give that time.
I get your strawberry. That's it.
Over time, I think the ethanol is the first thing to pop off. I think when you add water.
Still get that vanilla, which is like that marshmallowy note that I'm.
But more. All right, so vanilla tobacco, like a Swisher's vanilla type idea. Like I'm getting a little bit of a tobacco-y with a vanilla.
A lot more wood. On the back end. A lot more wood. And it's got a little more spice to it.
Yep.
Wood,
spice, tobacco. All the earthy, all the age, all the barrel notes of the
I only had a small pool. I'm gonna go. I want it with it.
Yeah, deep.
It's like deep warm. It's down here.
Some bullet.
It's not like normally that hug's
Can you take the water back out? Because I like it better.
Yeah, normally your hug tends to be in the upper chest area. Yeah. That just hit me like right here.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, sweetness faded away. Yeah. It's all the barrel notes now. It's all barrel notes.
No water.
Boom. I like that. I still get that really sharp strawberry. Boom, right off the gate. I get the vanilla and the cream.
So going back to it, now that the water's, there's not as much ethanol for me.
Yeah, it's had time to move.
It's a softer nose. Yeah. Strawberry's still there for me too.
The water brought more of the age notes.
Yes.
Now, so I'm getting more of the leather, more of the tobacco, more of the barrel, more older barrel, not just like new char vanilla thing, but like more of that older barrel note. And
this was halfway through the stave.
Yeah, this whiskey's.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Long strings. No, it pulled away some of the sweetness. All the age notes came forward.
That's pretty cool.
It's neat.
Really cool.
Love a whiskey that changes
Me too.
and evolves and gives you something to sit with and sip on. All right, I'm happy I pulled that trigger. I'm happy I didn't, I second guessed myself of going, oh man, I didn't get a Weller or a BTAC, and I got to snap out of that. I think a lot of people need to snap out of that. Buffalo Trace does not make everything that's the best whiskeys in the world. They do make a lot of good whiskey, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But there's other people doing really good stuff.
There's plenty of other good ones out there.
Fantastic pour.
All right.
Very solid.
Very fantastic pour. Glad you even got pulled. Glad you're willing to spur. Because I've had buddies, their names have been pulled over there. And they're like, no, forget it. Next guy. They just call the next guy.
Yeah.
No, buy it and flip it. If you really don't want it.
Somebody will drink it.
Glad you didn't do that.
Yeah. Pass it on and someone's going to drink it.
So, but again, back to what we said earlier, don't let the Wild Turkey name steer you from really anything that comes out of their distillery, because everything I've had out of there is definitely exceeded my expectation, knowing that the original was terrible, but everything since the original, a little rough, not terrible, rough.
Yeah.
Everything else has been freaking great.
Yeah, the rare breeds, the
Yep.
Master's Keep,
Oh, man, the rare
all
breed,
those
yeah.
things. Rare breed, again, I put that that's one of the ones that I put in the category of probably one of the better value, high proof whiskeys.
It will rival.
Yeah,
a
it
lot of
does.
those.
It rivals certain, a lot of other high strength whiskeys, bourbons.
If you stumble upon the Saffel or the Lillard, the Bond, the WB,
WB Saffel. Yeah.
you just try those guys too. Those are blends of turkey.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
they're
but if
aged.
you're passing through Lexington and you hit up a bourbon bar, definitely get a flight.
Absolutely.
Passing by the distillery, have not had the opportunity to stop in, but definitely want to.
Yeah. I couldn't.
If you find a 15 this year and you want to share it,
Leave us a message. This has been a long one, but it's been a fun one. Solid pour.
Yep.
Definitely, for me, I would support you by the bottle.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
have
It's
opportunity.
worth
If I
it's
have
worth
the
150.
It's worth 150.
It is.
no doubt.
Anxious to see if any of us get the opportunity to acquire the 15 here, or the next 13
release.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Well, overall, solid pour. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you got a bottle of this, hope you enjoyed. If we missed something, let us know. A note we missed, or you think it's absolutely garbage, let us know why. Or if you think it's
You're
even
wrong,
better than what
but-
we think, let us know that too. But overall, we hope you enjoyed the review. As always, if you did, we'd love the support of the channel and encourage you to hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
We're going to link a video up right up here of another barrel proof that we really liked. So take a look at that.
All right. Well, appreciate you joining, and we will see you on the next episode.
See you on the
Cheers.
next episode.
Cheers.